So thank you very much, and once again, welcome to Ken Ben's Media TV, where we say that we tell African stories the African way. We believe that if we can tell African stories the best way possible, then we can change the whole of Africa through transforming Africa to be one of the best continent in the world. And we know that there are so many things that we can do, we as Ken Ben's Media TV, or we as Africans that we can do to ensure that we change first the attitude of Africans and then transform the whole continent to be one of the best continent in the world. As we always say, we say that Africa is one of the best continent that all of us can be able to live. I know that most of the countries in Africa have been rated to be third world countries, and there must be reasons for all that. But most importantly, we should always know that Africa is one of the best continents with all the resources that is required for us to be the best in the world. Today, I want us to talk about business, and one of the things that can help Africa to be one of the best continent is the sector of business. If you look like countries like China in Asia and Japan, these are countries that have invested so much in manufacturing and even in business. There are so many countries outside of Asia that are doing business with China, that are doing business with Japan. And most importantly, even the greatest economies of the world has grown to the levels that they have grown because of a business that they do with other countries. And so it tells you that if we can be able to invest in business, leave alone maybe export and import, if we can motivate our people to engage into business, then there's a very big possibility that we can be able to grow as a continent, as a country, and most importantly, we can also be able to compete with other continents. Today, I want us to look at the business of cosmetic. I'm talking about cosmetic shops because if you look at in most of the Facebook friends, there are some people who post on Facebook telling you what they usually do is that they put some very great photos of a cosmetic shop, and then down there they comment or they tell you that if you want a business plan on how to operate a cosmetic, then you have to WhatsApp this number. And then after WhatsApping that number, because it's something that I have done some follow-up on, you realize that they are telling you to send you 50 Kenyan shillings for them to be able to send you the plan on how to go about starting a business in cosmetic. And so when you send them 50 Kenyan shillings, then that is when you realize that there is nothing that they are going to send back to you, or whatever they're going to send to you, it's a short plan that you cannot even be able to follow. And that is why we as Ken Ben's Media TV, we felt that maybe we have the obligation to do some research on what you can do in order for you to be able to start a good cosmetic shop in any part of this country, Kenya, wherever that you want to start your business, you can go and be able to start that business. I want to start with saying that as an attitude coach, business determines so much with what attitude you are going to approach it with. There are people who don't believe in business. If you don't believe in business, then maybe this video is not for you, and your attitude towards business may hinder you from advancing yourself into the same business or the success that you are going to quote when you are getting into that business. And so the first thing that we may need in order for us to start this business is, of course, capital. And how much are we talking about when we are talking about capital? I don't want to encourage people that with around 20,000, 10,000 Kenyan shillings, you can be able to start a cosmetic shop. If I say so, then I might be misleading, because currently, if you look at the cost of starting a small business, 20,000, 10,000 Kenyan shillings would be very little to start in a business. I know the plan that they said to you, they are going to tell you that even with 5,000 Kenyan shillings, 3,000 Kenyan shillings, you can be able to start a cosmetic shop. But for sure, if you want to do something that is going to grow you within a very short time, maybe a duration of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you are going to leap from the investment that you have made, then it tells you that 10,000 Kenyan shillings, 20,000 Kenyan shillings will not be enough for you to start any cosmetic shop. I want us to go to a specific place, and for this purpose, I want us to pick a place like Pipeline in Embakasi. One of the most populated places in Kenya is the Pipeline Embakasi, and the population gives you a better place or a better hope that when you start a business where there are more people, then it tells you that most customers are going to come, or they are going to stream into your business. And one of the factors maybe to consider when you want to start a business, whichever business that you want to start. And for our purpose today, let us look at the beauty or the cosmetic shop. Number one is population. Population is very vital, because of course you are not going to bring the commodities that you are going to bring. You are not going to import all the cosmetic ornaments that you are going to import and then come and wait for no one to come and buy. So population is one of the biggest factors that we need to look at, and Pipeline in Embakasi is one of the best places that maybe you can be able to start this business, because the population is good. And when we are talking about Pipeline, because I have some information about Pipeline, having lived here for some time now, I can be able to tell you that it is not in every corner of Pipeline that you can start a business and your business is going to thrive. So there are very specific places that maybe you can start, and those places that you start that business, your business is going to thrive. Let's go to a place like around Tumaini, or maybe around Kware, where the population is big and where the business is going to thrive. So what exactly do you need in order for you to start a cosmetic shop around Tumaini, or even around Kware, or even along that inner road that connects the Pipeline stage with Kwale stage? What exactly do you need? Number one, you'll need some capital to invest in the house that you are going to settle for your business. And almost people will not tell you this, but the fact remains, in Pipeline, just like in town, the center of town, in fact the whole of town, you must be needed some capital for you to rent a house, and not just necessarily to rent a house, but rather to like buy a house for your business, what they call the goodwill, the money that you give apart from the rent that you're going to give. To give, you also need some money for you to give as a goodwill for the shop that you are going to get. And for sure, for now, at this particular time, because of maybe the trends and how many people want to start the business and the demand of houses, a good house which is well positioned in Pipeline along the road that I'm talking about is going to cost you around 200,000 Kenyan shillings. That is just for goodwill. And then from there, you're also going to be needed about 40,000 for the rent and deposit that you are going to give for the house that you are going to start your business into. So at this particular time, we are talking about 240,000 that you set aside. That money is not for buying anything for sale. That money is for buying the house that you are going to set your business into, and to pay rent for 1 month, a deposit for 1 month. 240,000, that one you put it aside. Then from there, you also need about 50,000 or even 70,000 for the purposes of building shelves into that shop that you have got. So you need allowed 50 to around 70,000. Let's take about 70,000. So the 70,000, if you add it to the 240,000, is going to tell you that you are going to need around 310,000. 310,000, that is just to acquire a house, and then from there you are able to prepare your house very well to be very attractive, and for the customers to be attracted to your business, you need the 310,000. Let's say 300,000. So if anyone is thinking about putting up a business, a cosmetic business, especially in Pipeline Embakasi. I'm not talking about any other places, because you realize that maybe outside of Nairobi, if you go to other places like maybe Nakuru, Kirugoya, you go to Machakos and other places, maybe they do not require you to give you the goodwill money, and that's will be an advantage to you. But I can also assure you that the sales that you are going to make in those places that you are not required to pay the goodwill, it cannot be compared with the sales that you are going to make to the places where you are required to set aside some money for the goodwill. So that is where we are, 300,000 Kenyan shillings. That is why I said, if to start telling you that with the 10,000 Kenyan shillings you can be able to start a business in cosmetic, I will be lying to you. I want to be sincere with you, and I want you to start a good business, that business that is going to make money within a very short time for you, and cater for your family, and even give you returns on your investment. So here we have already utilized 300,000 Kenyan shillings. We have our shop, the shop that is well located, and the shop that is that we have already prepared. We have built the shelves into, the display is okay. Now we need to go to town and be able to buy the things that we are required to buy. When it comes to the things that we are going to buy, here is where you need a lot of what we call experienced people to tell you exactly what to buy. If you look at the manual or the plan that those people they send on the Facebook, they're not going to tell you on what to buy. They are very specific mistake that the beginners of cosmetic shop they make. And if you go to the experienced people, they are going to highlight to you those mistakes. For instance, number one, whenever you open a cosmetic shop, there are companies out there who are going to come and visit you where you are doing your business. And when they come, they tell you, you know what, we are going to give you our products in credit, and we are going to give you even up to around 50,000, 20,000, 30,000, and this product we are going to give you almost a whole month for you to sell our product, and then you can pay us after you have sold our commodities. And for you look at that deal and you say, this is a good deal, because if they are giving me a credit of 50,000, it tells you that my shop will be more attractive because of the commodities that they have brought for you. And when you take those things and then you start selling them, you realize that by the end of the month that they have given you, if they give you a product worth 50,000, maybe in the whole month you have sold a product worth 5,000 or even 7,000, even less than 10,000. And now they have come, they want you to pay them the 50,000 shillings that they had told you that you have to pay after 1 month. And you realize that because this is just one commodity in large quantities, and customers maybe they do not even know the commodities, then there's a very big possibility that within that 1 month you will have not sold enough to pay those people. And those people, they are now coming to demand. They have given you a whole month that they need you to pay them the money that you had agreed. And what happens is that you are going to take money either from your pocket or from the fast moving product that you had bought from other companies or other places in order for you to pay for the product that they brought. And this is one mistake that the beginners always do. And so it is very intelligent if you can look for someone who has been in this field for quite some time, and that person is going to help you with a list of the things that you are going to buy, that they are going to fetch money for you very easily and very quickly. There are those products with big margins, there are those products with small margin, and you need to have a variety of all these things in order for you to be able to start, or in order for you to be able to be successful in the business that you are going to buy. People will always tell you that these products are better, these products are not good, and people who are experienced will tell you what to buy and where to buy them. In most cases, where you are going to buy them, if you are not going to import them direct from China, if you don't have that money to import them direct from China, the best place for you to buy your product is at Du Bois Road. This is at the center of Nairobi. That is where you can be able to get the best product for the population that you are going to buy. And the population also determines where you're going to buy your product. If you are selling your products in Kibera or even in Kawangware, those people, those places that that they call the slums, most probably you do not need high quality products. You need products that are of low quality, so that you can also be able to sell them at good prices. And when it comes to products that are not of good quality, then Kamukoji will serve you better and other places. I've done this business in pipeline, I've done this business in Kabangware, so I can be able to tell you that the products that you can sell in pipeline are not necessarily the same products that you need to sell in other slums like Kawangware or even in Kibera, because of their prices. In pipeline, you see that their product like foundation, which are sold at 500 Kenya shillings, 1,000 Kenya shillings, and people are able to buy all that. But if you take the same product to Kawangware, there's a very big possibility that they are going to take a lot of time before you sell this product. So what will happen is that you also need to look at the kind of population that you have in order for you to be able to know exactly what you are going to buy. What I want to say is this, that the business of cosmetics is simple, but it requires money. The more money that you have to invest in a cosmetic shop, the better it will be for you and for your future. But it does not necessarily mean that if you have small amount of money or a small amount of capital that you cannot start. With pipeline, with less than 500,000, it's going to make your business be very slow. But in other places like Awangware, Kimbera, and Korogosho, maybe with even 20,000 or even 40,000, you can start the business and the business is going to grow. So I'm not here just to encourage you, to discourage you from not doing those businesses just because you are in other places like Korogosho and all the other places. But specifically for Embakasi, specifically for Pipeline, you need a good quality of goods, and you also need a good capital in order for you to be able to invest. I hope this video is going to help you to maybe assess yourself, to see where you are and be able to tell you exactly what you can do in order for you to start the business that you want. Before you said that 50 Kenyan shillings from the people that always demand or even ask for it for the plan, and they are not just doing it for cosmetic, they're also doing it for other businesses. Those people, or they are in business themselves, and they want to target allowed 50,000 or they want to target about 1,000 people to send them 50 shillings. That will be about 50,000 Kenyan shillings. So for them, they are in business, and they may not necessarily give you what you want. But I hope that this video, free of chance, can be able to help you to see and be able to help you to be able to start the business that you want. We can make Africa one of the best places for all of us to live. And no businesses and other things, we may lack the capital that we want to in order for us to invest, but with the right attitude and the willingness in our hearts, and with the belief that it is possible for us, then we can make Africa one of the best places for all of us to live. Thank you very much. This is Ken Benz Media TV, and this is Ken Benz Mrevi.